So hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be only showcasing my new project which I have built. So the project name is RepoReadMe. So many times when we browse through GitHub and we come across a repository like this and we realize that the name looks good, but I'm not sure that if it will satisfy my use case, and we are also not sure if it contains any malware or not. So to prevent that, I built this project RepoReadMe.ai. So this is the whole file structure. Here is our .env file. So in .env you can use LLM provider, and I have set here local because I am using LM Studio right now with the Qwen 3.59b model. And you can also use OpenAI API key, Anthropic API key, and Gemini API key if you want to use them. So basically how it works is, first of all you'll need to copy the URL of the repository. Then you need to open a folder, let's say test folder. Then you'll need to open command prompt in that folder. Alright, then we'll need to type repo readme generate, and then we'll need to paste the URL here, and then we can go dash dash output readme.md. So it will analyze this repo and it will give us the output in this file right here. You can also make it .txt file, but I'll use .readme because it's better to visualize. So oh wait, generate, and let's hit enter. So you can see that it started accessing repository, and it cloned this repository in this folder right here. Every project is given a different UID. So this is the UID for this project, and you can see that it's consuming my local resources. Here's my graphics card. So it's using my graphics card to generate the summary. My RAM and VRAM both are getting used, and the model is generating tokens. So what it's actually doing is that it's cloning into this repository, and then it accesses the project structure and code, and then it sends the project structure and code to the local LLM, which checks that if any malware is present or not, and then it gives us basically a summary of whole repo. So it will take some time because it's running locally, but it will give us a very summarized information, and it will also include a quick startup guide. So it will also include commands, a quick startup guide, and structure of the repo, and everything you need to know about that repository. Yeah, everything's running fine. So as you can see that 4,000 tokens have been generated by the model. 4,500. Okay, so here it shows ready. Yes, so it said success, readme generated at readme.md. Now let's open the test folder, and yes, we can see the readme file. So here is the readme. Let me open this. So as you can see, Jarvis AI Assistant Multimedia LLM Platform. Quick start batches. Here it shows everything: core language, LLM providers, speech to text, text to speech. Here is the project structure and everything, and here is the installation setup, that what do you have to use to run. And here it also mentioned what all API keys you will need, and yes, and API keys, And we should also see the usage examples. Yes, you can see the usage example, example 3 and everything. Example 2, example 1, example 4, music player integration. Yes, so as you can see that it works without any problem. Yes, empty line, final line of end of the document. Yes, so as you can see that here it has generated the .md file, and we can see that the project folder, you can see the size of the files, 5.3 KB and everything. You can see 1.5 MB, 40 MB total, 89 MB compressed. So all this was done using this code and a local LLM. So if you also want to use this project, you can check the description. I'll put my repo link there, and you'll just need to install this repo, and then you can go in your command prompt and try running repo readme generate. And for now it's just a single command. Later on I'll add more commands like repo readme setup, which will clone the whole repository in your folder in which you are running the command, and will set up the repository also by running python commands, pip commands and everything. All that on local LLMs, or if you have added an LLM key like API key of online models. So that's all for today. Thank you.